should be live. And stream notification to Discord. I really don't know why it changes every time which format it uses. From like 3 different types. I don't know. Yes, audio. Should be all good. Oh. Let me close the window. The smoke's coming through. That was sudden. Clear sky, and then it's just like cloud of smoke. Yeah, audio had been working, everything's good. Continue the game. Pull up chat, Sylph, pull up chat. And hopefully this time it won't disconnect. Or at least that I'll notice if it disconnects. Okay. Pet the cat. Oh, you can zoom in on the cat. Nice. Yeah, I did the card yesterday, so it's just time for the day. I've been hearing a worrying rumor about Verona Green. They're saying she drowned in the lake. I hope for all our sakes they're wrong. Have I told anybody that Verona Green went down to investigate the catacombs? Have I told anybody that? I guess not. According to family legend, an ancestor of mine hid an item of thermic significance in his burial chamber. It has never been found, but not for lack of trying. I was tempted to search for it myself until I learned that it was in the catacombs in a place known as the Hall of Shields. Perhaps it's better to leave it to those who know what they're doing. Alright. Hall of Shields. Catacombs. See any shields around? Man, every time without fail, I'm like, did I actually send the Discord notification? Yes, I always have. Like, Hall of Shields. Family Legend MBM. Do we know an MBM? Like this guy? No. That's Eli. I guess it might not be male. I kind of assumed it was, but okay, nope. We don't know an MBM. Place known as the Hall of Shields. That's like all I have to go off of. There's a wall of skeletons. Welcome in, Cass. Good to see you. We're looking for a place called the Hall of Shields. And that's basically all I know about it. Oh, here's a bunch of shields, so it's probably here. As I descend further into the catacombs, a strange sensation comes over me. It is not fear, although fear is mixed in with it. With cold clarity, I know at once what it is. I have entered an area known as the Depths, a place where few have been and fewer have returned from. Not even Paleants can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe. But there is a way. Slate miners inhaled the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorated their senses and stays the mind. and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following their lead. Okay. I know there was something that contained a wandering shroud. I thought it was the thing that smelled like eggs, but let me try and make sure. Go all the way to the W section, I guess? Wandering Shroud. Spirit Vault. A spirit vault, also known as a forted chamber, is a receptacle used to store a wandering shroud. This interior is lined with a paste made from sulfur, hence the nickname. So, I interpret smelling like rotten eggs as sulfur. They are not considered dangerous since shrouds tend to be benign, but on occasion they do not take kindly to being restrained. A faint vibration of the receptacle can be felt when a shroud is held within. No vibration. But rotten eggs smell like sulfur. Is this like a receptacle without a shroud in it? Yeah, I hope you're well. I think that was moonstone, which did not really fit a purpose, but they don't always. Protection, enveloping night. There should be a faint vibration as the thing. Maybe I should look for other receptacles. Faint vibration. Receptacle. What am I hearing? Huh. It's probably nothing. Is there any other receptacles around? Well, there's that other box, I guess. It's not vibrating either. There is an unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. I would not interpret that as a vibration. I'm just... Yeah, like it has to be this, right? Okay. But there was no vibration, so it shouldn't have had a shroud in it. Oh! I was right! I try to breathe in the vapors from the wandering shroud, but to my horror I realize that the spirit vault is empty. My vision starts to blur as the cloying air of the depths fill my lungs, and I stagger away in a daze. When at last I reach the surface, I take deep breaths of the fresh air, but my lungs ache for some time after. I need to be more careful. I've written to Baron Potter. He will know where to find a wandering shroud. I knew it! Yeah. Whoops. So I guess I have to wait for that, maybe? I don't know. Nancy Iron. Oh god. I've done something quite stupid. I went exploring in Hearthwood and came across a grave. It was overgrown with dark brambles, so I started to clear them to get a better look at the inscription. I wasn't as careful as I should have been. The thorns were thick and menacing, and I scratched my arm on one of them. I have not felt well since then. Please help me. Not felt well. No kidding. It's almost like you're covered in. Yeah. Okay. Black heart. The heart of the sufferer feels constricted as though it is clamped in a vice. The skin is pale and cold to the touch, and veins stand out dark on their body. Eventually, death will occur. Looks pale, and the veins do definitely stand out darkly. Okay, so Blackheart. Lamb Siphon. Used to reverse the effects of the Blackheart curse, a skilled hand is required to perform the procedure. Draw the curse from the body over the course of drawing the curse from the body over the course of several hours. The instrument is made using the dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. Okay. Sheep snap, a plant said to bring good fortune. This makes me think of the rattle, actually. No, never mind. This rattle. Some kind of green organic material. Identified. Lamb siphon. The spherical part of the item clearly resembles the seed pod of the sheep snap plant. Gotta say, that's a big pod. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind as the spell is woven, containing symbology with a deeper, more privileged power. Gentle sound. Deception. And I've already forgotten the name and I don't bother to recall it. Thaddeus White. You don't know me, but it's time I introduce myself. I'm the curator of the Museum of History here in Undermere. Yeah, you kicked me out of your place. Eli and I have a complicated relationship. Don't all siblings? I don't tend to come by the shop much anymore, but I heard he had left town for a few days. I wanted to bring him this, but I know he'd only turn me away without even looking at it. Huh. Okay. It takes great effort to tear my eyes away. Hard. Green gemstone, wood, gold. Interesting. I mean, if it takes great effort to tear my eyes away, I should probably put that in the corner, a dark corner somewhere. Ah! He has a card. The curator. The curator. Curator? You guys know the word. Thaddeus White. As the curator of Undermere's Museum of History, Thaddeus is a collector of artifacts and curiosities from around the world. He has an eye for the rare and unusual, and enjoys telling the world unheard stories through his collections. Over the years, he has also amassed a collection of items he does not put out on display. These are items that it would be best the public did not know about. They are known as dark articles. Okay. So why are you giving me a weird necklace, slash your brother a weird necklace through me? Samine Green. Jupiter! Thank goodness you're safe. Yep, I made sure. I was worried about you. I hope my mother is okay too. I've lost count of the amount of gossip I've heard about her misdeeds over the years. The truth is, when she gets stuck into a mystery, she's been known to disappear for days at a time. In the meantime, I believe I found another clue in the journal. Wait, are you the daughter of Verona Green? The text directly before this is largely illegible, but I was able to make out a reference to a vault of some kind. Three resonant objects. The lightest first to heaviest last. Resonant. I'm not sure what the definition of resonant would be here. One moment. Okay. Resonant. The sitting position is never the same. Resonant. Resonant compass, Zeramir. A resonant compass will point towards nearby resonant objects, the only objects that can be detected in this way. The only objects that can be detected in this way. Resonant objects are highly prized, both by thermophages and those who collect occult curiosities. Okay. These Seraphim. These resonant objects give off a faint odor that will be familiar to any thermotag. It is the scent of the storm, of ozone and power, the scent of magic. When these vapors are inhaled deeply, they can unlock deep wells of anger and channel them into a powerful maelstrom. This is the power of the West Wind. Zephyr, god of the West Wind. I wonder, like, I have a compass in there. Would that be the resonant object one, or... Okay. Sounds likely. Looks like the same thing. So that's a resonant object. This is a resonant object. The compass itself might be a resonant object. Two different patterns, so it's not like about the shape. Oh, something else is resonant here. I just happened to place the resonance by each other. This. So now I weigh them. Radical, welcome in. Okay. So this is the heaviest. Then this one's slightly heavier than that one. Yeah, I hope you're well. Ooh. What's this? I wonder if it's connected with the clock. Oh, I have to poke and prod things, huh? Maybe... let's see. It's hard to judge. Game's going pretty well. More secrets of the shop. Verona Green is still missing, and we apparently have not told anybody that she went to explore the catacombs. I don't know, like... what I'm supposed to be doing here. Where'd that paper go, anyways? No, you'll just be pointing at those. I'm sure she's fine. Yeah, maybe. Hopefully. Let's see. Maybe we count the petals. 7 petals. More than 7 petals here. More than 7 petals there. I think we're waiting for our letter to get to this person. Still have not figured that out. I feel like we need a different, like another scrap of the paper. Right. Guys. Why do you do this? Right, lightest. Lightest first, heaviest last. Yes, yes. Why do you keep taking away my scraps of paper? Also, what? I had a thing up there and I don't know what it was. Oh, it was probably the Elva Stone. So it changes the moon phase. This is the opposite of that one. Here, that lines up. There's stars, but like I don't know how to match them up really. I don't know about this one. It's very interesting. And my inclination is to think this is connected, but I don't know. Maybe it's the time? Let's see, if that's like 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Ah! I got it! Oh god. That was an achievement and I didn't see what it was, but also that's like floating in space. There's definitely something unusual about this item. I can't put my finger on it though. I can't tell if that low hum is coming from the item or my own imagination. It feels unusual, not hot exactly, but energetic somehow. This part is painted black, gold. It's like floating in space here. Here. I don't think we should leave that out in the open, to be honest. There's the massive risk. I'm just gonna forget it ever existed, but like... Okay, so this can hold multiple things. Interesting. You think you get it, but you no spoil? Yeah, cool. Thanks. Yeah. That's like the symbol that's been appearing on loading screens and stuff. I guess we leave this. As always, we can't close the thing we open. Okay. Okay, well that was an experience. Now, those items get tossed? Francesca Robertson. I got a fright when they brought the body of that poor drowned woman to me with those lifeless black eyes. I thought for sure it was Verona at first. She does look like her, but we're quite certain it's a lady from Hawkshead who went missing a few days ago. Here's one thing though I can't get out of my head though. Why would she try and swim across the lake? The casket could be drawing people to it. And in the meantime, Verona is still missing. Yeah, she's in the catacombs, or at least she was going to try. I don't like to use thermic needles as a rule, but the circumstances are beyond the rulebook. We need answers. Did anybody check the catacombs for her? Probably only slightly cursed. Okay. Oh, right. Thermic needle. That's to check the dead. The thoughts of the dead. Thermic needles are controversial items that are rarely used. They can reach into the mind of the recently deceased to give an impression of their thoughts before they die. Curiously, the weight of these tall items decreases when heated. So we're looking for something tall. This is kind of tall. That's like tall. That's kind of tall. Tall. I don't know. Am I just looking at tall items here? Okay, you got the feet there. That reminds me of, like, the hand, the creepy hand. So... decreases when heated. So right now it's heavier. Can you not, like, weigh multiple things at once? No? Maybe I... No! No. You can't have my cat. Okay, this item does not appear to be affected by heat. This is tall. And there it sinks down. Okay, so it's this one. It is a tall item. Using my weight scale and the candle, I confirm that its weight does indeed reduce when heated. That was kind of cool. Sometimes called a hand of Jupiter or fire palm, a loam is an item with enticing power. They can reverse the signs of aging, but anyone who has played that game knows that it only lasts so long before time catches up, and when it does, it often hits harder. I mean, it was called the Hand of Jupiter. I had to read it. Okay. Audrey Bell. The people are afraid, and they are right to be. It is too late for them. They are of no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worth saving. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. They respect strength and power above all else. So, I'm guessing I can either... like, I can, hinder him or help him. Morgan's Folly. Or Fortress. Fortress? Fortunes can enhance physical strength or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or a hex. They are made of stone or item and usually take the form of a small totem. Okay. Versus Morgan's Folly. I'm leaning in that direction, to be honest. Here. A folly symbol can be revealed to induce a trance-like state in anyone who has cast their eyes upon it, making them open to suggestibility. Precautions should be taken against unwillingly looking upon the hidden symbol for too long. Okay, so I think I'm just helping him, but I have two different ways of it. I mean, I don't want to make people open to, susceptibility. That just seems like a recipe for making them all susceptible to, like, whatever is going on with the casket and stuff. Do I have to help this guy? I mean, the other option just seems like such a bad idea. We don't want an entire congregation of people rushing to open the casket. But on the other hand, we don't want to help or, like, give strength to somebody who worships the casket and such. Huh. Judgment is coming. We worship the warrior not out of love, but because he is powerful. Those of us who have read Holgar's teaching has known about the prophecy for a long time, and now the casket will finally be opened. It contains his final lesson for those who will not kneel. My preparations are underway to celebrate his wrath and prove our devotion. For now, a veiled Fenen is all I require. What's that? What did you get before? Because you're preparing... And I don't know. They can be used to command attention from individuals or small groups of people. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I'm the one to lead us through these turbulent times. They respect strength and power above all else. I just don't want to help this guy, and I feel like both options are doing that. Translate state. Open to suggestibility. I guess I'll just go with the fortunes. They are made of stone or iron and take the form of a small totem. Usually take the form. I just want it on record that I don't like either of my options. I'm doing this under protest. Stone or iron? Small totem. Stone. Gold. Stone with gold. Iron. Great effort to tear your eyes away. That would imply the other thing, Morgan's Folly. It's not really translate state. They do say hidden symbol. I don't really see. Bronze. Most of these are labeled. That was tin. Bronze. Stone with some gold. That was the symbol for... paralysis. Limestone. Gold. Is this like a symbol here? Square and like strength. Okay, so it's this. Oh, I don't like these options. The people are afraid, and they are right to be, but it is too late for them. They are of no use to us, but you might be. Prove yourself, and perhaps Holgar will deem you worth saving. I require an object to steady my restless congregation and remind them why I am the one to lead us through this turbulent time. I respect strength and power above all else. Translate state. Open to suggestibility. When something's getting in people's mind, I just don't think it's a good idea to give them something that will help things get into their mind. I also don't think it's a good idea to help people who are worshipping this thing, because then they might take actions to do it themselves, but I guess I'll have to just give them this. The one that's actually for strength. I don't like it. Okay, there's this, but I believe we were sending a letter to the guy, so I can't do that. This, I think... we just have to wait on this and get, like, the other side of it. And this is just, like, general help and hint, I think. The rider's partner was less fortunate. They found his frozen body a week later. Okay, so I've got like 5 more days. Yeah, he was lucky. His partner froze. That's kind of fun. Oh, is it the wind person? I am marked by Jupiter. Cat? No, like, there's symbols, like planetary symbols. Did you mark something for me? uh... Oops. Jupiter. Okay, it's like the real symbol for Jupiter. See, they changed Venus's symbol, and technically the sun. Saturn's a little hard to identify, but like, yeah. Anyways. Jupiter. So... the house has planetary symbols. I am marked by Jupiter. Seems straightforward. Perhaps a little too straightforward? I don't know. Nope. The mark of Jupiter on my map leads me to a square room on the ground. Other than an intriguing torn note there doesn't seem to be anything of interest until I notice that the bookshelf is mounted on a runner and can slide to one side. I push it and it glides easily, revealing a hidden recess in the wall behind it. Okay, I got the other side of my note, I think. Ooh, I like that charm. That's like onyx. Textured. Hard but smooth gem. Black gemstone. Bronze. It's cute. Onyx, Noctic, Black, Serrated, a stone of the night and the dark and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. Huh. Interesting. Okay. The castle vaults are blocked by a Deruric seal. It can be opened by any object made from silver or gold that produces a Deruric field. Any object made from silver or gold. Castle vaults. This is gold. Deruric field. Sounds right. Castle vaults, huh? You know, what happens if I visit strange horticulture again? Wait, that's strange antiquities. My bad. Strange antiquities. Where was strange horticulture? Ah, 2. I could use the rest, but there's work to be done. Okay. Makes sense. Castle, to the vaults. The vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been thermically sealed, but that is not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Yep. Yes, it is. The door slides open without a sound, as though it has been kept well oiled over the years. Behind it, I find a large natural cavern that extends into the rock beneath the castle. Somewhat disappointingly, the walls are lined with racks of whiskey bottles instead of the rows of artifacts that I was picturing. When I show Edmund, he is delighted and he spends some time examining the dusty shelves. It is not long before he makes a find that I'm surprised I missed. I return to the shop with a spring in my step and a curious item that demands further study. I like their little sketches. Oh, interesting. So we've got the seasons here. Winter, summer, which means autumn and spring. Sharp edges. Weathered inside hole things. Interesting. The Bishop's Square is a simple tool of my great-great-grandfather's devising. Loosely based on a Briar's disc, by all accounts he was an impressive man, but it would seem his wine began to fail him at the end. So we had a Briar's disc in strange horticulture, I think. Perhaps he spent too long studying his zeal. He imagined invisible enemies coming to steal away his most prized possessions, so he began hiding them about the castle, noting their location in a code that only he could understand. Yeah, we had the option to give somebody a zeal before. Sense of fear and paranoia can be difficult to remove. So... Mars in winter, rising in summer. Mars, where are you? Mars in winter, rising in summer. Could it just be the kitchens? Or... like, you're rising, so I feel like it should go to the next floor up. I'll try the kitchens first, simply because this already has, like, a symbol on it. Well, let me look at the symbol. Potassium. The smell and sound of cooking greet me as I enter the castle kitchens. I feel a little foolish as I try to avoid the cook's glare while following the clues left to me by a mad old man. What was I thinking? I'm not going to find anything here, and yet, on the exact spot where the map leads me, there is something. A floorboard that has been cut and replaced. With a little difficulty, I lift up and feel around in the cavity below my fingers. I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below. Before my... what? Okay, my mind is not comprehending this sentence. With a little difficulty, I lift it up and feel around in the cavity below before my fingers grasp something hard. I feel like that sentence isn't quite sentencing, but it could definitely just be my head. Anyways, I got a thing. Oh, that's scary. So we've got paralysis there. And we've got fear, I think. Yeah, we've got fear. Hidden knowledge, use the Bishop's Square. No, we've got confusion. We've got paralysis and confusion. And fire. This is all very concerning. Chalky black residue that coats my fingertips. Made of stone. Black substance, soot perhaps. Yeah, something connected to fire. You can just go with the other cursed objects. Okay, so I got this one. I think these are just like general things that won't ever be checkmarked. I'm still like waiting for this guy's letter, even though I just talked to him. And didn't tell him about the thing I need. Or maybe I was waiting for somebody else's letter. I don't know. I mean, what if I go back there? Okay, I still don't have the thing, though. It's still empty. And I don't, like, know how to fix that. Any other clues here? We've got the north mark that was used for tower identification. We've got this, your first use of the disc. I don't seem to have any papers that would indicate how to use these. So those will come later, I guess. Well, I suppose I'll leave that. Does it have a thermic resonance? Probably not. Nope, it does not. Customer. James Herschel. I can't say too much, but it has fallen to me to carry a secret that people would kill for. That people have killed for. Okay, yeah, can you talk faster? There's a lot of weight to carry around in my head. It's getting harder to bear around certain family members. It occurs to me that it would be safer in an accumulative kill. I need some water, so I will be right back. Alright. I have returned. He wanted something with an A, an accumulacle. An accumulacle is a receptacle commonly featuring a memory that acts as an aid to recollection. A memory cannot reside in both the mind and the accumulacle at the same time. It cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. An empty accumulacle, on the other hand, has an ominous presence, pulling at the threads of one's mind. Memento mori, a reminder of death. So, we've got a book there, we've got a skull there, we've got a clock. Oh! Unpleasant sensation at the back of my skull. 'Tis this. There is an hourglass mortif on the box, a memento mori. On closer inspection, it produces an unpleasant sensation, suggesting it is empty. Nothing too interesting. David Choffer, do you have my letter that I'm hoping to receive? People are getting restless. The followers of Hogar have been marching through the streets with that crazed priest at their head. Uh-oh. Not long ago, that sort of behavior wouldn't have been tolerated on Germir. Now there are people joining in. That wasn't on me. Like, I gave him strength, but I didn't give him anything to hypnotize people. In answer to your question, yes, it is possible to capture a wandering shroud. To the north of town, if you follow the little stream up through the woods, you'll come out on a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. It is not uncommon to see wandering shrouds there. Be patient, be still, and they will come. Your friend, Barton. Pet the cat. We cannot forget the Devourer of Souls. To the north of town. Up. If you follow the little stream up through the woods. Wyatt Beck? Is that a stream? You'll come out on a hilltop that was clearly of some ancient significance. The Barrows, maybe? It's not uncommon to see wandering shroud there. After a pleasant walk along the beck, I reach a series of grassy mounds, the Barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. If I am to collect what I came for, I will need to be prepared. Sorry. Ethereal encounter, catch a wandering shroud. I sit and wait, quietly and patiently, not certain exactly what I'm looking for. For some time, nothing happens. And then, long after my mind has drifted towards a warm fire and a hearty supper, I notice a movement in the corner of my eye. A strange thin mist had formed near one of the Barrows. It seems to produce a sort of dark light, a contradiction that my eyes have trouble perceiving clearly. The ethereal creature, for sure this is a creature of some kind, ambles towards the vault that I have left out for this purpose, and I don't dare breathe as it slowly nestles itself within the receptacle. Oh, so it actually, like, wanted to be in there. And now it's smoking. It vibrates gently. On occasion, they do not take kindly to being restrained. Interesting. Anyways. To the catacombs! It would be dangerous to continue exploring down here without following the... right. Not even Palians can clear the air here and render it safe to breathe, but there is a way slate miners inhale the vapors produced by a spirit called a wandering shroud. They say it invigorates their senses and stays the mind rot that would otherwise consume them. Sorry. I breathe deeply from the spirit vault, and it clears my mind. I don't care to linger too long down here, but I forge on until I reach the unmistakable Hall of Shields. I like their pictures. A stone sarcophagus sits on a raised portion of the rock in the center of the cavern. I hold the torch close to better see the inscription on the side of the tomb. It reads, "The sun's light will reveal my gift." Mystified, I cast my eyes up to the walls of the cavern and search the shields for some other clue, but nothing stands out. So... my first thought is amber. It's a stone of sunshine or whatever. Then that's called a sun's bond. Where is the right book? This one. That's called a sun's bond. Warmth and brightness of the sun can pierce even the darkest of gloom. sun's bond banishes the darkness in an instant, half blinding my gloom-adjusted eyes and bringing summer's warmth to the cold cavern. Blinking and squinting, I notice that one of the shields in particular is glowing in the bright light. I reach up and pull the shield down to reveal a small cavity hewn into the rock behind it. Inside is a blood-red urn. Ew. Ugh. Red clay. I find it unsettling. The eyes seem to pierce into my soul. I find it unsettling too. Warm and smooth. Hey, you can go with the cursed objects. Jupiter won't let anything happen to me. James Herschel. I got to thinking after I left earlier. Transferring the secret to an alchemical only adds an extra step. Yes, it's safer than walking around with it in my head, but I would know where to find it. Okay. What I really need is a truth conduit so that I can deceive them into thinking I know nothing at all. What? What are you doing? What are you involved in? Used by tricksters and swindlers to assort and deceive. They do not warrant the design of dark articles that some want to apply to them, but they can be and have been used maliciously. The gentle sound they produce anchors the mind as the spell is woven, combining symbology with a deeper, more primitive power. Have at it, man. The other menthor. A brace of menthor. This type of menthor is used to purge unwanted memories. As with any procedure that can alter the mind, it should be used sparingly and considerately. Menthors are typically used in communal ceremonies designed to be easily passed from person to person. Cat. Eveline Bennett. I have never felt more tired or more devoid of life. An apathy has settled in my bones that I do not seem able to shift. But while I still have breath in my lungs, I will not succumb without a fight. By the grace of Grey, I will find a way forward. Morgan's insanity, a poison of the mind. Apathy. More tired or devoid of life. I got lost. I think I'm coming to the end of my energy. What was I looking for? I don't have direction. Never felt more tired or more devoid of life. Maybe just like life or tired. Or restore strength that has been sapped, whether by exertion or by a hex. Maybe. Have it. Okay. What am I looking for? Maybe the... While those affected appear to be able to breathe normally, they feel as though they are choking. She hasn't really said anything about that, except breath in my lungs, but she's talking about apathy, not, like, feeling like she can't breathe. Praise Grace? Or... I don't know. What are you looking for, lady? You've been very unclear. Well, that's done. That's done. These, I think, are just, like, general. Apathy? Antidote? No. Breathe? Breathe underwater. Curse. Looked at those. Danger. Dark. Darkness. Death. Passenger. Oops. Fear, feeling. Fire. Gemstone, gold, guilt. Hex. Life. Give me a hint. I think I need a Gray's Grace here. By the grace of Gray. Gray's Grace. Okay. Worn as a pendant to dispel melancholy, they share the design of a shadow catcher. Okay. You couldn't have just told me what you wanted? Yeah, I'm tired. But I also don't, like, want to quit. Cinder, welcome in. I had a tip-off about something exciting. Have you come across the so-called nameless gods? Did you also know that the tall stones that you sometimes find in high places were once doorways of kind? Interesting. And here's the exciting part. An inscription has appeared on the stone that sits atop the weather lamp. That is where you come in. I'm confident that a pit will open the doorway. The other option is a ballerina to read the inscription. Babalia. But they say if you read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. Yeah. I'm leaning towards the more direct approach, but then again, that could be dangerous too. Okay. Three different elements that make up a pit allegedly represent the earth, the sun, and death, or darkness. The Dredic, the Dirk, and the Nocturk. These energies balanced in such a way that the object do not produce a recognizable thermic field. They can be directed to emit powerful vibrations capable of cracking solid rock. The meaning of the unusual markings on the Babelia is not clear. They resemble a mantic field pattern, but these items themselves do not produce a mantic field. They can be used to aid with translation of foreign texts, although they require some skill to make full use of. This ability does not transfer to spoken language. I mean, let me read about the nameless gods. Ah, there. The League of the Amphibian Heart uses these items as a part of its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely, but it is said that they worship the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Which did not have a... Yeah, it doesn't have anything. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. Yeah, okay, Broken path. Breaking the stone could be broken path. Tall stones that you find in high places were once doorways. Weather lamp. I don't think we can find weather lamp. Wham. Yeah, my brain is starting to go out. I don't think we can get to Weatherland. See, I don't... Why is this... Why did this part pop up? I say if you read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. Breaking into something you don't know is highly concerning. Language being cursed. Like, that sounds like a bit of a tall tale. I haven't seen any signs of such a thing. Like, there are symbols that are a problem, but on the other hand, they did say the path of the broken path. Breaking something would be like a broken path. Cat. So cute. Anyways. Oh, I can zoom in on the person too. So let me start left clicking on everything, I guess. You can zoom in on that. Okay. Anyways, I don't like all these decisions that don't have much information to them. You're confident that a pit will open the doorway. Inscriptions are meant to be read, though. You don't have a random inscription that's just like for the simple sake of cursing someone, right? I'm kind of leaning towards the actual, like, reading of the inscription. Unusual markings on the Babelia. It's not clear. They resemble a mantic field pattern, but the items themselves did not produce one. We've got, magnifying glass. We've got a candle. We've got the thing they're translating, probably. Imagine if you have to hand somebody a candle. I don't like this at all. Whoops. Unusual markings. Markings is in multiple? I would have to have it. Unusual markings here. This isn't a marking I know of. Resemble a mantic field pattern. I guess it kind of does. Maybe. Let's see. Mentic. Up. Down. And... yeah, that kind of resembles the Mentic field pattern, I guess. I do hope I'm not getting this guy cursed. I'll feel bad. Because just like breaking into something, that seems like a recipe to get yourself cursed. But like, I don't know, I'm concerned. But they say if you read the language of the nameless gods, you become cursed, which I can't say I like the sound of. I don't like the sound of that either, but like, I really don't like the sound of breaking into it, and like, it just seems like it's unlikely to curse you to read a language. I mean, okay, no, wait, that has been shown to be a case. Somebody read the first pages of a book, and they did end up cursed. So, but like, breaking in. Oh, I mean, it's the broken path. You break the doorway and maybe. I'm like, does chat have opinion, or? I mean, don't have opinion if it's stressful. I don't know. I mean, he is the more experienced treasure hunter, I guess. That's true. He's experienced. I mean, if I give him this, I can just blame it on him. I'm just an apprentice here. He's a seasoned, adventurer. Earth, the sun, and death. Death or darkness. The three things do not produce a recognizable thermic field. We've got, like, the earth. We've got a burn. We've got a sun. Wouldn't be that, would it? This got a lot of symbols. Makes a recognizable thermic field. I guess I can check like that. Let me... probably not that. Oh, hello? Cal and Leafshade, welcome in. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, everyone. Thank you for raiding me. I've never had a raid this big. I'm a little unsure what to do. Yeah, we're currently trying to decide whether to give this guy, help him break something, or help him read the text, but they say you might get cursed if you read the text. And somebody did read a book and get cursed, so language cursing somebody might not be too, out of the question. Yeah, welcome in. I hope you enjoy your time here. Rest if you need to. Or just want to, you know. Let's see. Something that represents all three. Something that isn't tagged already. It might be easier if I store my untagged items together, but you can go on the shelf. Supposed to represent 3 things. And then it's supposed to not have a recognizable field. Oh, I just didn't tag things. That was bad. Cal and Leafshade, gonna have to clarify if that's for me. No problem if it isn't. That has a field pattern. Okay, what are my untagged options? We've got this. We've got this. I did totally forget about the super secret thing I put in here because it just seemed like more endgame and concerning. That does not look like it fit the bill, though. Yeah, enjoy your work. Lurk. Have good food. Yeah, and, okay, so Toadstools Gosmer, welcome in. Softy Hollis, welcome in. Fancy Central, welcome in. Newt, welcome in. If you guys need to go and grab something, lurk, rest, go right ahead, you know, yeah, thanks for stopping by. Hope you enjoy your time. And, I butchered your name, so sorry if I butchered yours. Let's see. Maybe I need to... Earth, Sun, Death or Darkness. Dreric, Nocturne. So then the Book of Where did my Book of Symbology go? Where did I place it? Right, that'd be open on the table. Dreric. The Dreric. Did they say Noctic or did they say Mantic? Noctic. Okay, so 2 day and night things. And then of the earth. Of the day and night and of the earth. Welcome in, that's Maggie. Yeah, the music is cozy. I really like this game. And like, I played Strange Horticulture, and I would say this is a sequel that has actually improved. Rather than, like... Some sequels, it seems like they change things to change things, but this has like built upon the foundations of the last one rather than tearing them down. This is the moon. That might be a sun. That might be an earth gem. A stone of earth and nature. That's a little bright to be the same gem, though. This is... Well, I think yeah, that's kind of a recognizable field pattern, I feel like. Unless it's not. Well, this has 3 things. That also seemed to be like a field pattern that was fairly recognizable. Yeah. Yeah, I got this. Because, well, I enjoyed Strange Horticulture a lot. So, while I got Strange Horticulture free on Epic, I bought this one. That doesn't have a recognizable field pattern. But I wouldn't, like, it doesn't seem to have any of the other criteria. Hard and smooth, textured, warm and smooth. Okay, you've got clay, you've got bone, you've got gold. Wrong book. Up. Where is it? Gold the sun. Okay, clay and bone does not seem like it's important enough to be in this book. So probably not that. I don't think it'd be this. Recognizable field pattern. That's recognizable. Actually, icon. Right, the field pattern itself is not, like, clickable, so then I'd have to remember which field pattern matches to which thing. I think sometimes I grab a hint, so... Looking for an item that has 3 different materials. Okay, so we're not looking for 3 different symbols. We're looking for 3 different materials. That does help a little. I think this is the Babulia or whatever. That just has bronze and gemstone. This does gold, wood, and green. We've got iron, we've got wood, and we've got a gemstone. I'm pretty sure that's a recognizable field pattern, though. I know it's a resonant object. As in that one is. That's simply bronze. Labeled gemstone and bronze. This is only bronze and a gemstone. Polished wood, brass, flesh, gold. Technically 3, but I don't... Yeah, I don't think that's the thing. We've got turquoise, we've got bronze, 2 materials. You bought this one too? You're really enjoying it, Newt Newt? Awesome. Yeah, like, I would honestly rate this higher than Strange Horticulture. Not because there was anything wrong with Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture was a great game. I just think this one's better. It is rare for me to think a sequel improved upon things. We've got stone, we've got wood, that's 2. I really want to poke at this. But, like, it was locked in a cabinet. I feel like I shouldn't. Oh, this might be pokeable, too. I don't know. I noticed that it changes... Your finger shows up rather than just, like, your pointer. That's interesting. I wonder if both of those are pokeable. Just wood. Gemstone, red clay. Bone, gold, clay. That is 3 materials, but I don't... Wood, bronze, gold. I wouldn't think so. I do so want to poke at these things, though. What counts as an unrecognizable field pattern? I feel like I've looked over everything in the shop. That's recognizable. I don't have any, like, puzzles I've failed to solve, right? Let's see. This is just general instruction. This seemed like general instruction too. I found the one thing for it. I guess I could look at all 3 of these and see. Let's see. This is undeniably 3 things. We've got wood, we've got gold, we've got a green gemstone. The green gemstone is earth. The gold would be the sun. But wood, I feel like, does not actually fit in as, like, of the night or anything. Wood. I don't see wood here. I don't think we've associated autumn with the night. Doesn't seem like it. I could just give this guy his Babylina and tell him to translate the thing. But I don't really want him to end up cursed. Oh, this is not technically solved. Right, okay. Now that seems recognizable as a field pattern. It would have gemstone, bronze, and wood. That has the same problem as all of the other ones. I feel like we're not counting wood as another material. We've got silver, we've got gold, we've got a blue gemstone. An anchor between body and mind. Maybe I've focused too much on the, these specifically rather than earth, sun, and death or darkness. Noctic. Of the night. Death and decay. A stone of night and darkness. Protection and enveloping night. The stone of earth and nature. Huh. Two materials, two materials. Three materials, but like wood is not like a material that I've been able to declare as one thing or another. Give me another hint. Yeah, I know that. I just need to... Do you want me to work out what a Mentic field pattern looks like? Oh, I already identified the Babylina, I think. I'm pretty sure... Oh, no. No, I identified it wrong. That doesn't have a Mentic field pattern. Wait, no, I did, because it doesn't actually produce one itself. This is a Babylina. Butchering the name. The fields of any items will not produce a recognizable pattern. Yeah, I knew that too. I guess I could just check all unlabeled items, but... if I create the symbol for Mentic using... Yes, I do know the Babylina. I've identified it. They're repeating hints. Okay. Okay. I mean, I could say translate the possibly cursed text. I could say that. Let me poke at it. It's got a symbol there. Larger triangle with a... the smaller one attached. Not seeing it. Upside down fortune? Truth, mate. No. Let me recheck that. Not true. Hypnosis. 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 Make that a different color, otherwise I'm gonna get confused. Okay. This isn't a symbol I can put down. Huh. Well, I do think it's one of the last page with, like, the blessings. Okay, that has the symbol for blessings. Inside of a coffin. Okay. Yes, it absolutely needs all those question marks. I don't want to end, like, my stream day without solving this. I could just give him the... Well... This does not produce a recognizable field pattern. I guess the bird skull would be death. Gold is the sun. Clay, though? I guess clay is the earth. That actually makes sense. So you want to break? I don't like these options. I mean, they're not the worst options. I just don't have enough information. Doorways of kind. An inscription has appeared on the stone that sits atop Weatherlam. I'm confident that the pit will open the doorway. But what if we just destroy the inscription? And then, like, it was supposed to lead us somewhere. I mean, the Nameless Gods does... communing with them via the broken path. Which does imply a certain amount of, breakage? So, maybe a pit would be the answer. But, I'm torn. I'm very torn. Translation, possibly get yourself cursed. Break the thing, possibly get yourself cursed. Possibly, stop, like, you able to find the thing at all. I think this is the thing. Go get yourself cursed, man. Read the text. I mean, he is more experienced. But he has also brought a curse up into the upper lands. I hate that this power is in my hand. Give me information. Sign resembles a magnetic field pattern. Thank you. I hope this works. I hope this works too. Here's a token of my appreciation. Something for you to ponder over. Don't die, man. Come to me if you get cursed. Oh, interesting. I hope that guy's okay. The old sandstone. Crumbly. Nothing to remark. Nothing to remark. We've got symbols. We've got symbols. Fire. And wax. Right, I can only have one symbol attached, though. I can have neither of the... Wait. You can scroll. Okay, you can scroll. You can have your symbols. Are all these symbols even in my book? Here, have wax. I don't seem to be able to, like, place the candle over it or anything, so... Pet the cat, devourer of souls. And... that on the shelf. Change the color of that. And the day. With dreams of earning his fortune long banished from his mind, the man brought the casket to a trusted friend, the curator of a museum in Undermere. Together they looked for answers. Oh god. Okay. I think Mr. Potter brought the evil casket to Eli's brother. Eli's the runner of this shop. He's the owner. We're just the assistant, who's just been left in charge of running the shop. I am buried with the Knight of Thorns. Probably the catacombs. Okay. Thing is, I have to call it a day. Pet the cat, pet the devourer of souls. Yeah. Curator of Undermere's Museum of History. So I think the relic hunter, Baron Potter, brought the casket to the curator, Thaddeus White. And Mr. Thaddeus is apparently the brother of Eli White. And he, Mr. Brother, brought, this to us. He did it because, he knew his brother was out, or he heard his brother was out. And he'd been wanting to take this to him. But he thought Eli would reject it without even, like, looking at it. So they're having problems. So I don't know if I trust Mr. Eli's brother, Thaddeus White. Yeah, I don't know if I trust Thaddeus White. I don't even know if I trust that he's his brother, considering he has a different last name. Does he have a different last name? I said that so confidently, and then doubt creeped in. Thaddeus White... Eli White. They have the same last name. Okay. Doubt was right to creep in. Anyways, okay. We'll get to this card next time. Pet the cat. Always pet the cat. I'll totally forget this is here between streams, so let me leave this open. Right. Main menu. This is a cool entrance thing. Yes, quit. Give you the ending screen. So, follow me if you want to find me again. I notify Discord when I go live. I've, linked that on my Twitch. I also... Well, I post my art in Discord. I haven't been doing much art recently, but when I do, I do. I paint abstract paintings. And they're on different channels, so if you only want notifications, you can turn off, like, you can mute every other channel. Or, if you only want art, you can mute every other channel. You can feel free to chat there. You know, welcome in. I move all my VODs over to YouTube, and I generally am pretty good about putting them in, series, so you can just watch the game you want. Strange Antiquities currently does not have a series, but Strange Horticulture does. Yeah, thank you for rating, Cal and Leafshade. Thank you. Thank you everybody who chatted. Thank you everybody who lurked. Thank you everybody who watched this later. I appreciate all of you, you know, thank you. It's very special, spending time, like, listening to me. That sounds like, yeah, just enjoying my presence. That's sweet. I don't know. I'm being weird. Yeah, so thank you. This paralysis. I'm a very scattered person. Yes, thanks, Radical. Very scattered. Do I have anybody I'm comfortable rating? I'm kind of shy, so I don't, like, pick out somebody who's playing the same category as me. I sadly do not have anybody live right now. I guess I could think about it, but I don't know. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Not sending you anybody else, sorry. Thank you for the raid. Thank you, chat. I hope you enjoyed your time here. And it's time for me to just hit the stop streaming button. Yeah, always be you. Thank you for being you. I know that can be scary, but, like, I appreciate it here. Bye everyone. Stop streaming now. Bye.